Hello everyone, welcome to Nurse Ratchet.
Hello.
My name is Georgia.
And I'm Olivia.
We are currently in the playroom. It's my bungalow. Yeah, I live in a 70s style house. It's ancient. It's falling apart, but it comes with a fucking bungalow, mate.
And a bar.
And a bar, 70s style bar in the background.
A whole ass bar.
Which is iconic. I've been here for a whole last 12 months and we've done nothing with this space.
It looks nice.
So now it is a pod room. It's pod room.
We'll zhuzh it up.
Yeah.
Maybe a slightly bigger table.
Just a touch. This is my son's desk.
How cute.
It actually came with the house.
A lot of stuff came with this house,
Yeah.
including various pieces of rubbish as well, I understand.
Yes, that's it. And a wank shack underneath the house with porno mags and a couch. I'll show it to you later.
You haven't told me about this. Is that where Pretzel was going, under the house?
Probably.
Slaps.
She wasn't wanking. She was just getting plain old fucked by various cats.
Dirty bitch. It definitely sounds different in here, that's for sure.
Yeah. Whether that's a good thing or a
acoustics.
bad thing, we don't know.
No.
All I know is Nellie was pissing me the fuck off and she kept making noise, and even if I put her outside, she would scratch at the back fucking door. At least this way I can lock her in the fucking lounge room and we can be out here. And there's also carpet, so I'm hoping there's less echo, but we won't find out. So if it's worse, sorry.
So you're definitely louder than me, even talking like this.
It has to be because your mic picks up all the background sound.
right,
And that's why I want it right at your face.
It's messing with my ears. I'm trying to get used to it. Well, I guess we're in a slightly different room now, so it sounds different again. But
yeah.
I'll get
and
used
if
to
you
it.
angle it up a little, it's going to pick up your voice and less of the background sound. Does that
One,
make
two,
sense?
three.
It's
One,
a-
two, three.
It's a condenser mic. It's not a pod mic.
What a piece of shit.
We'll get there. It's a piece of shit. It absolutely is.
Condenser mic?
It's for singing.
Why would you buy a condenser mic?
Because I wanted to be a pop star.
Oh, you're crazy, girl. I don't know why I'd go for a condenser microphone.
Anyway,
Crazy.
on the topic of pretzel, I have a story.
I know. I'm just very excited to be here. I'm sorry. And so I'm chatty. I can't shut the fuck up now.
I like chatty.
Good.
It's
Good.
kind of integral for a podcast, really, isn't it? If
I
you're not
think so.
chatty, you're fucking. You shouldn't be on a mic.
True. All right. Tell us about Slut Bay.
Right. So slut bag. It actually wasn't her. It was her children. So most of you will know, if you've seen the video, that she was chilling in a box and with her babies, and they were having a great time in the box, and the box was great, and the box was in the cupboard of my son's room. Anyway, I go out midweek, right? I go to the shops. For some fucking reason, I left the dogs in the house, and I left the door to the bedroom open. So I get home and I open the back door and Pretzel runs out in a panic, and I'm like, oh, interesting, what the fuck? So I go in a little bit further to investigate and I see bits of a box torn up everywhere. And
In the bedroom?
Everywhere. In the kitchen.
Oh, wow. The whole house.
Yeah. So then I panic. I fucking run into the bedroom because I immediately knew, and I was like, oh my God. I look into the cupboard and there's one solitary kitten on the floor. The box is missing. And I was like, fuck, the dogs have got to the kittens and they've fucked them up. There's one kitten just meowing in the spot where the box was.
Imagine if you found like Preston just munching away on one of them.
Preston?
There's something wrong
Preston
with my brain
is the
today.
biggest baby lamb of all the cats in the
I
world.
know. That's why I'm saying, can you imagine?
I know, that would have
Just
been
imagine.
that would have been a bit of a plot twist. But anyway, here's me thinking that the fucking dogs are eating the kittens, right? And these dogs are little lambs as well. Like, they wouldn't hurt a fight. But they
wouldn't.
do neg Pretzel a little bit. Like, they'll headbutt it for some reason. Like, they'll just try and go it, but they'll never hurt her. You know what I mean? And I'll tell them off, don't chase the cats, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I thought that maybe their prey drive had been fucking instigated or something. Triggered, that's the word I'm going for. Anyway, I shit. I'm like, no. Like, I thought 2 kittens had been eaten. Right? So I follow the fucking trail of box bits into the lounge room, and I discover the 2 remaining kittens alive, saturated, like really, really wet. Like they'd been carried in a mouth or licked. I don't know. But they were wet, like they'd just
Dropped
been born. Into something. Don't know.
Some receptacle.
Well, we figure it out.
Oh, okay.
So I run over and I'm like examining them. I pick them all up because I'm like, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Pretzel runs over and she's sniffing the cats and everyone's fine. It was all good. I put the dogs outside and banished them out there for the entire day because I was furious at them. No one was injured at all. I was like, how the fuck did they get there? Why are they wet? And the box is like in half in the fucking lounge room. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck happened here? There was milk. There was a thing of milk. And I'm thinking the dogs grabbed the box and fucking just went the box and spread the kittens all over the house.
You think so?
Well, none of them were injured at all.
Well, that makes me think that it must have been Pretzel moving them, right? Because she wouldn't injure them. Yeah. Well, maybe the dogs
fucked up.
ripped up the box. But but maybe also, I don't know. They came in and had a drink of milk and it spilt everywhere. She did. And then it got wet. The box got wet, so she tried to move him. Because she's like, oh, well, fuck this. This is ruined. Need a new spot.
Do you know what? I think you're onto something there because
probably
Nellie kept coming in and drinking the milk, but not fucking with them.
Naughty shit.
You know, because I guess she wouldn't have had time, but because I was out, she's a sneaky little bitch.
I was just about to say she's just being sneaky.
She's a sneaky cunt.
Sounds like she's been checking it out.
Yeah.
Nellie.
That makes me feel better because I was like, how could you? How could you?
Because you said she ran out in panic.
Pretzel did.
Yes. And that makes me think that she was trying to like emergency relocate because something dodgy
two
happened.
Were on the base of the cat scratcher. They were on the base of it. And I thought, that's an interesting spot for them to be.
And then the other one separated.
If they were just spread around.
You might have like walked in while she's in the process of relocation. Yeah, exactly. Moving them. And then she settled under the bed.
Well, she did. Now she's under the bed. Yeah. Like,
it's nice and dark and quiet and no one can really reach her.
Yeah. I spent the whole afternoon apologising to Pretzel. I was like, I'm sorry. I was so shook.
She knows you meant it.
I was fucking shook. I was like, holding all three kittens like this. It was very dramatic, but they're alive. I went out to Kmart immediately and bought them a Santa bed and Pretzel rejected it immediately. I put all three kittens in this Santa bed in the same spot that the box was. I don't know, continuity or some fucking thing. Anyway.
The spot's been ruined.
Yeah. And so I moved the Santa bed and put them all in. It's very cushy and gorgeous and it's enclosed. Like, I thought that it would feel safe. Yeah. But no, she relocated them 3 times under the bed. Anyway. Yep. So I've just left them there amongst all of the fucking rubbish that my son hides under his bed. They feel safe. But otherwise, they've all got their eyeballs open and they all have names. Then for some reason,
get ready.
We've followed the theme of naming the cats after food, after their mother, Pretzel. So they are Peanut, Cashew and Walnut. The biggest one with the biggest head is Walnut because we thought that was appropriate because it's a big ass nut. And the smallest one is Peanut and Cashew is just Cashew, you know. They're all adorable and thriving despite their traumatic experience. Anyway, how was your week? Any news?
Gosh, what did I do? I did some e-learning.
Oh, e-learning?
Yeah.
What a slay. Riveting.
Yeah, cybersecurity refresher.
Ooh.
Yeah, you wanted to do it with me?
Make sure you don't tell anyone your password. And make sure you click out as soon as you leave the computer.
No one does that.
No shit. Do we need an entire e-learning about that? Really?
Apparently we also need a refresher course.
Like the fucking hand hygiene modules. Cunt.
And the World
Whoever
Health
came up with that
Organization
fucking module.
Get a real job.
Get a real fucking job. Become a nurse, maybe. And then you'll see how fucking annoying it is. Oh, my God.
More work for the nurses.
The nurses. Stunning.
Oh, my God.
I love that. Add that to the fucking Urban Dictionary.
There's something I do sometimes.
Nurses.
I tend to get a New Zealandish type accent.
Stroke patient.
Yeah, of saying words and then I'll like mix words together and they sound really strange. So one time me and my partner were out getting sushi and I wanted to ask for soy sauce and instead of asking for soy sauce I asked for soice.
Soice.
Can I have some
soy?
soice, please?
Give me some soy. Add some fucking sauce to your sushi.
Yeah, I do that. I do this a lot.
That's iconic. I'm going to steal that.
I have to try very hard when we record to talk properly.
Yeah,
I can
you're doing
speak
fine.
well.
I was thinking the other day when I was editing that you sound like a fucking news reporter sometimes with your enunciation of T's and such.
I've had patients tell me weird things like that too. That I have a nice talking
presenter voice. Yeah.
Or I don't know.
It's your diction.
Maybe.
You have clear diction. You just fuck up your words sometimes. I don't know.
Tell me.
I don't fucking know.
Tell me why. I don't know.
Tell me why.
I want to understand myself better.
You just like your enunciate your T's.
God, you know who you look like? Oh, my
Keira Knightley?
No, it's
some other British person.
Yeah. He's a very disabled, mentally ill character on Hannibal.
Iconic. I remind you of a disabled, mentally ill character. Stunning. Love it.
He's a psychopath too.
Yeah, great. That tracks. I am going to talk about Jane Toppin today, which is a serial killer nurse. So that's going to be really, really interesting. But there has been something that's been coming up on my For You page all week, and it's the trial of Laken Riley. Have you heard of her? Laken Riley.
Laken Riley, no.
And her murder. So I'd like to speak about it in honour of her because she was a nursing student and she was killed earlier this year. So 22-year-old Laken Riley went to the Augusta College of Nursing in Athens, Georgia. She attended the UGA for 3 years prior, and she lived in a house with 3 other girls who attended the same university before she went on to nursing school. So she was 22. Jose Ibarra pled not guilty to 10 charges against Laken Riley and was ultimately found guilty and sentenced to life in prison for her murder. But these 10 charges were peeping Tom, obstruction of persons making an emergency phone call, malice murder, 3 counts, felony murder, kidnapping with bodily injury, aggravated assault with intent to rape, aggravated battery, and tampering with evidence. Before I go into this story, trigger warning, rape, murder, sexual assault. On Feb 2022, Jose Ibarra put on a black hat and hoodie.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
Are you okay? What's happening? What's going on?
My ovary.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so apologies for that. Olivia had a ovary crisis. I don't know what the fuck it was called. You tell me.
My ovaries overreacted.
They
suddenly out of nowhere.
We had an overreaction.
Yes.
To life. Your ovary decided to commit suicide, obviously.
Yeah. It was feeling traumatized by what you were saying
what I was
already.
about to say. Valid reaction.
It happens. It's gone. It's over.
Anyway, we've got her a heat pack. She's chilling. We've got calming vibes. We're hoping her fucking ovary pipes down and we can get this done.
Fuck you, endo.
Yeah, literally. Do you think maybe it's the polycystic aspect happening?
Yes, but, the doctors will go... You don't have polycystic ovaries.
Anxious?
Bitch, I have fucking 10 chin hairs growing out of my chin a day, and you're telling me I don't have PCOS?
Sucker fart.
Just lose weight, darling.
Yeah, you just need to
Bitch, I lost 35 kilos. Hello.
Have you thought about losing weight?
It's gotten worse, though.
Oh, it must just be anxiety then.
Yeah. Fucking work.
Maybe you should just go for a run. 2 birds, 1 stone situation.
Yeah, just be happy.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You should smile more. Yeah,
Such
God,
a
you're just
killjoy.
always fucking complaining.
Always in pain. Oh, it's just fake.
Put your tits away while you're at it. Anyway, back to this.
I'm sorry. Let's continue.
So on February 22nd, Jose Ibarra put on a black hat and hoodie and some black disposable gloves, and he went hunting for females on the Uni of Georgia campus. And on his hunt, he encountered 22-year-old Laken Riley on her morning run, and when she refused to be his rape victim, he bashed her skull in repeatedly with a rock.
So she fought.
She fought. The evidence shows she fought for her life and her dignity, and in this fight she forced her killer to leave forensic evidence behind. The forensic evidence found was his DNA under her right fingernails. He left his left thumbprint on her phone as well. Idiot.
Good job, mate.
Yeah. So the timeline. Laken was captured on her doorbell camera and a trail camera at 9:03 a.m. leaving her house on Thursday, February 22nd of 2024. She was going for her usual morning jog. She was an avid runner. She had 2 noiseling cancelling. Noiseling.
You just did what I do.
Fuck yeah.
Noiseling.
Oh my gosh. She had 2 noise-cancelling AirPods and her iPhone. She was wearing typical running clothes, white shoes, and 3 layers of clothing on her top, a running bra, shirt, and a running jacket. At 9:11...
So not revealing at all?
No.
Regular ass running attire.
Not that it fucking matters.
No, of course not, but that's my exact point.
Yeah.
Is that...
Yeah, exactly.
Men like to pull that she was asking for it stuff. No, you can't fucking even pull that now.
Exactly. Yeah. 9:11, Laken is a few minutes into her run, according to her Garmin watch, which is like a watch that records everything.
Like the
heart
Apple Watch,
rate.
pretty much?
Yep.
Similar.
Yep. She activated the emergency function of her iPhone shortly after. Her call was connected. At 9:12, the call was disconnected by the caller. They tried to call back, but there was no answer. An enhanced version of the 9:11 phone call was played in court, and you can literally hear him bashing her skull in with a rock. It's fucking awful. Laken's mum called at 9:06 when she could not contact Laken. She called all 3 of her roommates. They all shared their location with each other 24/7. They checked the camera and they called her with no response. This day happened to have a phone outage with their phone company, which interfered with their ability to find where she was because they all did the Find My iPhone and the location share. At 11:30, Sophia and Lily, her 2 roommates, walked the trails where she normally runs. Find My iPhone placed her last ping out in the middle of the forest. They walked to where her location was and they found one of her AirPods off the side of the trail. They didn't find her. Yep. So they got freaked out and they walked back and called the police at 12:05 p.m. The police responded immediately and they took the digital profile from Find My iPhone. It took them 25 minutes to locate her. They found that she was off the trail, hidden under a bunch of leaves. I think it was 65 feet off the trail.
Wow. So someone had tried to conceal her body.
Yes. Yeah. Her breasts were exposed. All 3 layers were pulled up around her neck of her top, like all 3 layers of her top. Her pants were pulled down below her navel and her underwear was protruding out above her pants. She had severe injuries to the side of her head. The police officer who found her signalled for help and attempted immediately to save her life. They performed CPR, but there was nothing they could do. She was already long dead by the time they found her. Yeah. Items at the crime scene found were the other AirPod, a disturbed area of leaves, to a point where they found 2 rocks and a tree with Laken's blood on them. Her phone, which was found a bit away from her body, and she was 64 feet off the trail.
How many metres is that?
I have no idea.
Siri, how many metres is 64 feet? She consistently disappoints me.
She's such a bitch.
She answered and then decided...
They really should make it a he because
not to
so disappointing.
She's got an attitude.
Yeah. Fuck you, Siri. Go. Anyway, we do not know how many metres 64 feet is, but anyway. Someone tell us. Her Garmin watch at 9:10 said she was running at 7 miles per minute, I think. So that was the pace. Yeah, she's speedy. She then stops dead on the Garmin watch. So it does all of her location, her heart rate and all that. So it sort of figures it out. She then initiates the function on her iPhone to call 911. You know how you hold the button and it just automatically calls? That's what she did. 4 minutes later, her Garmin watch moved 65 feet off the trail and her heart rate was still going up until 9:28 a.m. and then it stopped. Chilling, huh?
Yeah, I have chills.
Yeah.
God.
Then there is no more movement. It shows that she fought for 17 minutes hard. At 9:19 p.m, law enforcement start dumpster diving just because in the Atkinson area, which is in that local area, and at an apartment complex where Jose Ibarra lived with other family members, a police officer finds her jacket in a recycling bin. It had long dark hair and blood on it. While they are there, they look around and see a neighbour's Ring camera aimed at the dumpster. The neighbours agreed to let them see it. It showed at 9:44 a.m, 15 minutes after Laken Riley died, Jose appears wearing a black Adidas hat and dumps the jumper in the dumpster and then something else in the bushes opposite. They go to the bushes and find black disposable gloves with a hole in one of the thumbs. They were taken to the crime lab and they found Laken's blood on them. The next morning, February 23rd at 8:28 a.m, they encounter Diego Ibarra at a bus stop, who is Jose's brother. He was wearing that black Adidas hat they saw in the the video footage, and obviously it's identical, so they went over there and had a chat to him. They eventually determined it was the same hat because it had Laken's blood on it too. He gave them a fake green card, so they had a reason to detain him and have a chat to him. So they went back to his apartment and had a chat to him. They started interrogating him.
I'm sorry. A green card is like given to you by the American government.
Yeah.
Was he an immigrant?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
ties into it later.
Yeah, so the government would have given him a special green card. They would have said, okay, this man, he would have put in a whole freaking application. Hold on, sorry. I had a really good
Where were you going with this?
With that about the green card thing.
It'll come to you.
Yes. What was he thinking? Giving
them a fake one? Thinking, well, I mean, he had no other option, I guess.
Well, actually, no, he does. His other option
There's a
is
language
to say,
barrier.
I'm illegal, or I don't have a green card, or whatever, or I lost my fucking green card.
Yeah, I'm not sure what went on, but there's definitely a language barrier for sure. They don't really speak English.
Okay, because I'm just thinking that's like me giving the police a fake ass passport. And going, this will work.
You're not going to figure this out.
Yeah, that was my whole point I was trying to get across. He doesn't have many brain cells. It doesn't sound like.
I don't think so. There was a language barrier, as they all spoke Spanish and not very good English. So they called in some Spanish-speaking officers. And they determined there was 5 residents in that apartment. One of those was Jose Ibarra, who also goes by Victor. I think they had English names so that they could, assimilate a bit better. Some of the housemates identified Jose from the dumpster videos. They just fucking dobbed him in. Police officers observed many injuries on Jose, including scratches to his arms, wrists, hands, and the back of his neck. They then did a sweep on the entire apartment complex, looking at cameras and talking to residents. They collected videos from other cameras, and at 10:21 a.m, cameras show Jose coming out of his apartment wearing different clothes to the dumpster video. It showed him dumping something in that dumpster, but unfortunately that dumpster was emptied the same day of the murder, so they couldn't find what he dumped. However, another camera showed at 10:24, Jose walked back into his apartment with his hands empty, so he left in different clothing to what he was wearing earlier that day, dumped something, came back with empty hands. They found 3 more black plastic gloves in his apartment, identical to the ones they found in the bushes. 2 of Jose's cell phones, but they didn't find any bloody clothing, obviously, because the theory is he dumped them in that dumpster that was emptied. Clothing Jose was wearing when he dumped Laken's jacket was never found. A digital image of a thumbprint found on Laken's phone was matched to Jose's left thumb. These results were peer-reviewed blind and confirmed. Laken and Jose's blood were on the jacket he put in the dumpster. It was just Laken's blood on the rocks and the tree in the forest. The lab found when they tested Laken's fingernails of her right hand, the DNA profile matched both Jose and another resident in the house because they were brothers. Further true ileal DNA testing then matched Jose to the DNA under Laken's fingernails. Do you know much about true ileal DNA?
No, but I'm just thinking about
more accurate.
Peer-reviewed blind that you said.
Yeah. So they sent the results of the thumbprint to other experts.
Right.
So they compared Jose's thumbprint.
Who they're actually comparing.
To the thumbprint they found on the phone. So peer-reviewed and then compared.
Blind, so less bias, risk of error and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The assault kit performed on Laken showed no semen present, but her underwear was forcibly torn. An autopsy was performed, obviously, the day after her murder. She had a complex depressed skull fracture on her left side of her head, 8 other lacerations on the left side of her head, a small subarachnoid hemorrhage on the right side of her head, and multiple abrasions to her head, neck and torso. She also had what was known as petechia in both eyes.
Petechi, I think it is.
They pronounced it petechia. It's spelled peteche.
Yeah, everyone says peteche.
Americans say petechia. I don't know. Oh, anyway, God. It's consistent with some form of asphyxia. Yeah. The medical examiner said in that report that the cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head and asphyxia, with the cause not otherwise specified. So they don't know what caused her asphyxia because there's no other evidence to indicate what caused her asphyxia. So either strangulation or suffocation.
No handprint or... Yeah, but usually when someone is suffocated, they generally inhale part of what they're being suffocated with. Like if someone's suffocated with a pillow, for example.
Except if they've got like this.
You'd find fibres.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
you're right.
if they're suffocated like this, but then you would find potential like hyoid bone
breakage,
fractures, and also bruising. There would be bruising.
There would be bruising.
But there was
Unless
nothing.
You, like,
just
held her nose, held her mouth.
And,
like,
I guess that's also possible, isn't it? And, well, but you see, I mean, how many minutes is it before a human? It's like 6 minutes of reserve-ish for a generally healthy adult, approximately.
It's a long time.
Yeah, it actually
it takes a long time to strangle someone.
It takes a long time to die. Yes, that is very, very true. And, I mean, coupled with that whole 17 minutes that she fought for, of course she wasn't being strangled for the entire 17 minutes, but, I mean, even 7 minutes you could say she's probably being strangled. Who knows?
It's probably why he resorted to bashing her head in with a rock.
Yeah, he probably got so mad that she wouldn't give up, and he wasn't strong enough to overcome her. Little weak-ass pussy man. So we got angry and thought, well, fuck this, I'll just kill her, just bash her head in, and then I can have my way with her. Right? Make it easier. I think that would be the thinking behind it from my understanding of how these
small weak-ass
men work in general.
He's probably got the tiniest dick ever. The tiniest dick. He's probably angry that no one wants to have sex with him. Interesting, shortly before 7 a.m. the day of the murder, he was seen on trail cam trying to open another female student's door. Her name was Taja Sweets, close by to the trail that he murdered Laken Riley on. So this is 7 a.m. the same day.
So he's gone out wanting to do something.
Yeah.
Not anyone in particular, maybe.
Just anyone.
Well, someone
with a
that
vagina.
Fits his criteria, yeah.
Between 7:01 and 7:57, he tries to enter her apartment. He goes to that same door 6 times, and twice he attempts to open the door. At some point, the student inside heard him at the door and said, "Excuse me," or it was probably more like, "Excuse me." She looked out her peephole and he ducked down so she couldn't get a good look at him. But then she called 911 and reported the incident because she said she was in the shower and heard her door jiggling, and then she saw him as he went and looked through her back window. Oh. That's the Peeping Tom charge.
Gotcha.
The FBI CAST team analysed digital evidence. Some of the data they collected from the defendant's phone was called Reuben data, so this is Jose's phone. At the time of the Peeping Tom incident, this Reuben data was right over the victim's house. So it just placed him there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely was him. He was also holding a styrofoam cup in the video that captured him at the door. The cup was located between the 2 crime scenes and it had Jose's DNA on it. So
what is he drinking in the cup while he's scoping out apartment doors?
No idea. Probably fucking something pathetic like
iced water. He's got to stay hydrated.
Raspberry cruiser.
Oh, remember those in uni? And the pineapple cruisers?
Yeah.
God, I love those.
That was probably his go-to. To add insult to injury of his fucking idiotic movements that day, Jose posted to social media wearing the Adidas hat. These photos were taken at 4:30 a.m. the day of the murder and 5:37 a.m. The clothing he was wearing was what he was wearing in the actual video footage of the Peeping Tom incident. So he posted that to social media
so
the day of the murder at 4 a.m. So it puts him up. Like he's up at 4 a.m. He posts to fucking social media the outfit that he's seen in all of the footage that he's wearing and the Adidas hat.
He's
that
literally going, "Come and catch me, police."
Yeah,
like,
I'm ready
here.
I'm ready to spend my life in prison.
Yeah, I'll leave a nice little trail.
Yep.
And you can follow it right to my fucking doorstep. Oh my Lord.
I know, idiot. So the evening before that, he was also wearing the same clothes. Like, did he even go to sleep?
Yeah, you mean shower?
I know.
Does he even shower?
Disgusting.
Change his clothes?
I know. It makes me think, like, was he up all night as well?
I wonder if he's, like, methed out or something.
Maybe. Not that that's an excuse.
No, but that would explain the up all night, posting online.
Same clothes.
Yeah, obsessive sort of...
weird behaviour.
Looking at apartments, whatever.
They didn't say anything about toxicology reports or anything like
No.
that. Anyway, the defence argue that the evidence is circumstantial and speculative in regard to sexual assault, and there was, in fact, no evidence to that effect. Okay. They argue that the state's presentation had a lot of detail that showed that the event happened, but in a closer look at the evidence, they just say that the evidence is lacking. They've got fucking nothing. It's not lacking at all. There's multiple cameras, there's DNA evidence, there's
DNA,
a fucking thumbprint.
But they don't have semen.
They don't have semen.
So
they can't
I
prove.
guess in terms of the rape-related ones, they couldn't prove that. I could see, that makes
What's
sense.
interesting is that...
but why is there no semen?
Condom.
Yeah, but you see condoms have lubricant on them generally.
That they can pick up.
Wouldn't they be able to? This has always been like my question. Yeah. Or even
still
like
assaulted her without sticking his dick in her.
Transfer. No, that is very true. That is very true. But when you just mentioned that, you know, the pants and the underwear, it sounds like he tried to pull them back up.
Well, they argue that he dragged her.
Or he couldn't get them down, or he never took them down in the first place, or he did and then couldn't get it up, or he did, got it up and then couldn't come.
I suspect that his dick is too tiny to even penetrate any kind of vulva at all.
I'm not surprised you say that.
It's very small dick energy, the whole thing. The defence implied that the leggings that appeared pulled down and the underwear that appeared bunched up is due to dragging or just because they were that way to start with.
So dragging potentially 64 feet.
But they also say that the dragging pulled her bra, shirt and jacket up over her fucking breasts
so we're going
around her
opposite
neck.
directions.
Yeah, what?
Wow, that makes sense.
Makes total sense. Yeah. Anyway, the housemates say that she never wore her leggings underneath her navel. You know how you wear running leggings up? I always wear them right up.
Well, most of them are high-waisted anyway, because they're meant to be.
Why would her underwear be bunched up like this? Fuck that.
Front wedgie? I don't think so. It doesn't work like that.
I'm pretty sure that's not how she liked to live her life.
No. You don't go for a run like that.
No. Ultimately, Jose Ibarra was found guilty by the judge. He chose not to appear before a jury for this trial. So the judge just listened to all the evidence and then gave a decision. Not sure why. He's also an immigrant and he probably doesn't understand the whole legal system either. Athens Clark County Superior Court Judge H. Patrick Haggard reached the verdict after hearing evidence and testimony from dozens of experts and law enforcement officers, as well as both Ibarra and Riley's roommates. The defence and prosecution agreed to a bench trial, which is the judge just deciding. Riley's family cried and multiple gasps and sobs were heard in the courtroom when the first guilty decision was announced. Her mother and sister described the heartbreaking impact of Riley's death when they delivered their victim impact statements before the judge handed down the sentencing. Quote, "This monster took away our chances to see Laken graduate from nursing school. He took away our ability to meet our future son-in-law. He destroyed our chances of meeting our grandchildren, and he took my best friend. He ripped away every beautiful memory we will ever be able to make with her again." Phillips described her daughter as smart, hardworking, kind, thoughtful. Riley's roommate Connolly Huth told Judge Haggard she lost the joy of running and is afraid to resume it. "I no longer run every day. I cannot imagine running when I constantly am looking over my shoulder in public, wondering if I'm next." As the sentence was read, Ibarra was mostly seen looking down. He had shown little emotion throughout the trial. He was sentenced by the judge to life in prison without the possibility of parole, the maximum possible. So that's the story of Laken Riley. He was sentenced this week and it's just fucking foul and it's just life as a woman, isn't it? It's just a testimony to life as a woman. You can't go out on your regular morning run without in broad daylight, fucking 9 a.m. in the morning with all of the precautions taken. She did everything right. She shared her location with her friends. She ran in a park,
and
public.
You shouldn't have to do anything.
You shouldn't have
right.
to do anything.
Sorry, but
yeah, it's so fucking.
We go.
She
She did everything right.
Yeah.
Implying that if she didn't do that, she'd be wrong.
To keep yourself safe,
which isn't the case.
Yeah.
You're not wrong if you don't do that stuff anyway.
Exactly.
You should be able to go outside your house without
being
raped.
Exactly. And it's just fucked. It's just so fucking frustrating. And I've been seeing it all over TikTok this week, and it just makes you want to fucking, I don't know. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Nowhere's safe for women, and it's just fucking awful. It's awful. But America, because they're so immigrants, illegal immigrants, the right have taken this and run with it to be a whole, close our borders, stricter border laws because they were illegals. So I don't think that that's the reason that Laken Riley was murdered. I think the reason is men.
And also she was in the wrong place in the wrong time in terms of being picked. It could have been any other woman.
Kill someone else.
Could have been any other woman really who was there because he was there and he thought, oh yeah, she looks fine.
Yeah. And it was an isolated area where he could have his way with her.
Yeah, nice.
And kill her.
Yeah. But you said there was a trail camera, right?
Yeah, at the start of the...
Okay.
Yeah.
At least there was that.
It caught her and him. So it caught her running off into the area that she was killed, and it caught him trying to break and enter.
Makes me think of that young girl who was killed. They've only just found her body a few days ago because they finally found the man who killed her and dumped her body.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this was so upsetting. I read on the news that her body had been kept in a caravan type thing, and they pulled it like a trailer caravan thing with a car.
Yep, like a camping trailer.
With her body wrapped inside of it in a fridge that was put in this trailer. And they kept her body in my suburb. Do you know how small my suburb is? It's a few streets. She was within maybe a 1 kilometre radius, fucked. Her body, just in the last month.
Oh, that's fucked.
And then her body was moved to a place in Mulgrave, and then it was dumped at the rubbish recycling facility in Dandenong.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's
it
terrible.
sounds like him and his accomplice that killed her, they sat her body somewhere while they probably freaked the fuck out figuring out what they're going to do with it and parked it in my fucking suburb.
They must have put her in the bin and then the bins were emptied.
I don't know.
Oh, that's fucked.
But my partner's going the whole time. Our suburb is so tiny. We drive those streets every day, all day. And there is a very, very high chance that we just freaking drove past this trailer in the street.
Oh, that's
with
disgusting.
This 16-year-old girl's body decomposing.
Oh, it's so fucking sad.
I know. I just can't. And she was being groomed online by a older man in his 40s or 50s, some man from overseas, German or Russian.
Is this the one that killed her?
Yes. Yep. And then I think his friend has helped him dump the body and figure out what to do with it.
So obviously they've arrested him?
Yes. Yep. He's been arrested and they've found her body. They've recovered it and they've got the evidence. They did a good job. They found him quickly because there have been a lot of women that have gone missing here, like everywhere. And, the perpetrators are not found. Or it takes weeks and months to find them.
The Australian...
police force?
The police force are pretty good with their investigations.
I was just about to say they suck.
No, they don't. They don't suck. They're really good compared to America.
Yeah, for young, pretty blonde girls.
You're saying a lot there. You're saying a lot there, sister.
That's why I say they suck.
Yeah, that's fair. There is a whole...
Because it's very selective about who gets put in the news.
Yeah.
And who gets searched for.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah, it really bothers me.
Yeah.
And this is a thing, obviously, in America as well, with Native Americans that go missing, especially women. Even if you're a man though, who's a Native American, right?
That's a fair point.
Lower down on the list.
Laken Riley is all over everywhere, and she is a beautiful white girl.
I'm sure. And this is a young, pretty redhead.
Yeah.
Shall we say, 16-year-old.
There's an aspect of that for sure.
Yeah.
It infiltrates everything.
I wonder how many black women have been murdered in Australia this year so far. But how many have you heard about on the news? 0. How many white women have you heard about on the news that have been murdered? Quite a few.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying anything, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. You're saying a lot. As you should, Queen.
I need to pee now.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to another awesome episode of Nurse Ratchet. We will leave it here and continue with Jane Toppin next week, just because it got a bit lengthy. So thanks for listening. Let us know what you thought of this episode by leaving a comment on our Instagram or sending us a DM. Make sure you send us your nursing nightmare fuels to the email at thenurseratchetpodcast@gmail.com. And if you wouldn't mind, give us a rating, because every good rating counts. So if you're really loving this podcast, give us a 5-star rating. We would really appreciate it. If you want to support the podcast, you can become a subscriber. You can do that on our website, and the link to that is in our Instagram bio. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next week. Keep it ratchet.